My name is Andrew. I found Scenic City through a Google search. I'm diagnosed bipolar type 2, but I also just have a lot of anxiety. I struggle with suicidal ideation most of my life, both intrusive thoughts and what you could call egocentric thoughts of my own. There was kind of like this cloud that came over my life when I was a kid and didn't feel like it would lift at times, and then but it always felt like it was there. And I had tried lots of medication. I've been on Zoloft, been on Wellbutrin, I've been on Lamictal, I've been on gabapentin, been on Effexor, I've been on Lexapro, lots of benzos. I've kind of done a lot, and nothing really had ever helped me. It would always either make me feel like I was a zombie or make me feel just very flat and very stupid. And I watched this video of someone explaining their own experience with ketamine therapy, and at first it kind of sounded too good to be true, I think. But as I kind of went down this rabbit hole, I found more and more people that seemed to have really similar stories to my own. And it really started to pique my curiosity, so I started trying to get into more of the scientific literature on it, and then looking up just a lot of subjective experiences, because I know different people have different opinions on how the ketamine works, how it helps. Some people think it's purely physical, some people think there's this kind of blend of something happening in your psyche that's maybe supra-physical. And so I was reading a lot of subjective experiences as well, because I do kind of take that approach that it's bigger than just something happening physically. And I became really excited about it pretty quickly. I just sent a message here, I think on a Saturday morning. They got back to me really quick. I think I was in the next week by like a Tuesday. And I think the night before I sent the message, I was in a very dark place. I came in like 2 days later, sat down, and we had a conversation for probably 30-45 minutes just about kind of my history, their unique sort of therapeutic approach here, and just what to expect out of the whole experience. And I was ready to take the plunge. Ketamine experience is one of it's the strangest experience I've ever had. Because while you're in it, there's this profound sense of meaning and belonging. No one could have ever told me that I could feel that from right where I was within 20 minutes of the needle going in. It was just such a profound sense of that, like, everything in the world belongs, like even me. And so I remember coming out of that first experience, and my wife was there, and telling her, like, I just said, I don't want to kill myself anymore. And then I said, I think I said, I'm glad that I got invited to the party, which I think in that state was my way of trying to say, like, not only am I like removed from wanting to leave this world, but also like I'm thankful that I get a chance to be here, which was just such a insane shift from the hour prior. It was hard to know what to do with that. It felt like a religious epiphany, like a religious experience almost. It shifted my perspective so drastically that I'll say since the infusions, I haven't gone to that place I haven't lost sight of like that life is valuable, that life is worth living. Like before I would do that, several times a month. It would the lights would go out. It's not snake oil, and it's not a kind of weird fad of someone just did this recreationally and then decided, oh, that made me feel better, let's just start giving it to people in clinics. There is hard science behind this coming out of Yale, Johns Hopkins. It's not fringe, it's the real deal. I think if you're at that place, that sort of existential kind of depression where you just think no pill, no drug, nothing can fix the fact that the world is broken, you can break through that. As impossible as that thought sounds, I'm living proof that you can. I loved the care that I got from Charles and Amy here. It was awesome. I actually cried when I finished, just because it was almost such a quick transition of like being suicidally depressed to coming out thinking, wow, there are so many things to live for. There's so many places to pour my energy and like grow myself and create a life that is like something beautiful and developed. Knowing there's a place where I could go where it was just like, I was just kind of safe, you know, and felt very cared for. I would say it's life-changing.